Starting now. Yep.
Okay, so welcome to some flying. We are in Tasmania, Hobart Airport, International Airport. You can see there is a few of us already lined up here. We have today myself, Zigzag, Draco, and Cavalier Roy flying that big monster 747 at the end of the parking here. We want to thank him for stopping in and staying up way past his bedtime. Continue with our around the world sort of tour, and we're sort of sitting half started in with APUs running, so I'm gonna jump into it. Everyone can say hi to everyone's channel. Hello.
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 So that's it. All right, we're done. See you later.
All right.
Bye.
Let's kick the tires.
Yep. Time to get them started.
Yeah, get that on. Close that.
Good. Good. Progress. Route's already in there. I'm all set that way. We're all sort of set that way. Thank you.
This is Tom speaking from the WGN.
Start this up.
Lighting lights off. I want taxi lights on. And I want
One good start.
those on.
And yes, Dan, you're here, and I have two other wishes. Both of them involve the removal of people.
Okay.
And no, that does not Draco or Zig.
What are you talking about?
Dan said, I'm here. What are your other two wishes?
Oh.
Extermination of a couple people would be nice. So I have two starts. I'm good to go. Got file, and I'm ready.
On.
Hobart Tower, Boeing, Mike, Oscar, Oscar, November, Delta, Oscar, Golf, Wellington, ready to cut. Boeing, Mike, Oscar, Oscar, November, Delta,
This up again.
declared to Wellington Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain,
There we go.
departure frequency is 126.5, squawk
3, 2,
100.1.
5. And route.
And then
Load.
say
Load active.
Boeing, Delta, Oscar, Golf, did you copy?
100.
Mike, Oscar, Oscar, November, Delta, Oscar, Golf, declared at Wellington Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain.
Departure.
Departure on
Alright. I just want to verify.
1001.
Departure. With 5 degree flap V1 151, rotate 154, V2 157, retract flaps at 220, gear up anywhere below 270, best climb rate 276.
You said B3 was 20,
Yes.
151, 154, 157. That's what I've got.
Okay.
I'm ready for taxi.
Set that for 240.
Give me one.
Alright. Contacting ATC. My runway heading, Maintain 11,000.
It told you maintain 11,000.
Climb and maintain 11,000.
Told me
Yep.
9,000.
Told me 11,000.
Just keeping us separated.
So what would the runway heading be then if it's 300?
Yes.
Whoop. Grass. What's up, grass?
I think it would be 330.
I guess it could look and see if it is that one. True heading is 335. Is it the right one? Nope, true heading is 300.
Got it? Alright.
Hobart ground, Boeing, Mike, Oscar, November, Delta, Oscar, Golf, with whiskey, ready to taxi IFR. Boeing, Mike, Oscar, November, Delta, Oscar, Golf, taxi to and hold short of runway 30, using taxiway Golf, Alpha, Delta, runway 12. Contact tower on 118.1 when ready.
Acknowledge.
Taxi to and hold short runway 30. Use taxiway Golf, Alpha, Delta, runway 12. Boeing, Delta, Oscar, Golf. Hobart ground, Boeing, Delta, Oscar, Golf. Cancel IFR at this time. Boeing, Delta, Oscar, Golf. IFR flight plan is canceled.
Starting up engine 1.
Request VFR departure from tower. Hobart, airport information. X-ray 0.
Engine 1 starting
You know
good.
what I accidentally did. Canceled my IFR.
Engine 2.
Advise controller on initial contact. You have X-ray.
Okay. Go away, origin.
Hobart airport information. X-ray 040 signer. Wind 305-10. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky conditions. No clouds below 20,000. Temperature 23. Dew point 5. Altimeter 3012. Visual runway 30 issues. Landing and departing runway 30. VFR aircraft.
You good back there, Roy?
Yep.
So I gotta redo my IFR.
Probably shouldn't cancel your IFR.
Well, I bumped the wrong freaking key, so now I've got to go through flight plan and redo it.
Yep. Is this a back taxi on the runway and turn around and take off?
Yeah. Oh, what?
Taxi down the runway to the end and turn around to take off.
Yeah. Landing lights. Lower the flaps 5 degrees.
Well, I guess I don't have freaking agency with me. It won't pull it back up.
Flaps 5. Auto brake to RTO.
Flaps to 5.
Nav GPS to down. Got it.
And it resets me there onto the runway.
let's see, 11,300.
I gotta set my vertical climb. 2,500.
Requesting takeoff. Are you guys taxiing over yet?
I'm behind you. MoonDog is.
Back at the gate, I started the whole thing over again so I can get get IFR. Because you can't request it again. And resetting it doesn't
I got a
work right.
request to hold short. Oh, there it goes. You can't come right at me, buddy. What's this clown doing?
I don't see anybody.
Yeah, I know. He's just pulling right up in front of me, nose to nose.
Think that 747's gonna take off on this runway, Roy?
Yeah, easily.
Alright, well, I'm going around him. I'm not going to sit here.
So the AI don't even see that you're there.
Yeah, apparently.
Beechcraft is going straight through the both of you.
Apparently Zig has a little bit more of a area to drive than I do, because to me he just went right through the grass.
I did go through the grass.
And here comes a bombardier.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He
Right
was
at
in
you.
front-
Well, no, he just landed right in front of you.
Oh, no, I had one nose to nose with me. That's why I had to go through the grass.
Oh, like this one's doing to me right now.
Yeah, that's why I went through the grass.
Come on through. Now that's an interesting sight.
What's that?
I have the tail of a plane sticking out of my cockpit. It looks like a weird plane mating ritual right now.
I didn't pay any attention to what time I set it to.
Let us know when you're ready to go, so that there's only a few minutes behind between each takeoff.
Well, I'm getting ready to go right now, so I think I should be ready.
All stuff I had.
Heading 115.
Hobart Tower, Victor Hotel Charlie Whiskey X-ray, ready to go. Runway 30, 5 Fox, Yankee Romeo Echo November. Victor Hotel Charlie Whiskey X-ray, hold short, runway 30. Traffic is Avalon -8 on the runway. Short, runway 30, Beach Charlie Whiskey X-ray.
Rolling.
Well, that's not turning right, though.
Dick down the runway, or Draco down the runway, sorry.
That's fine.
Beach Victor Hotel Charlie Whiskey X-ray, taxi into position and hold. Position and hold, Beach Charlie Whiskey X-ray. Orbit 2300, contact Melbourne Center on
Race went down.
123.5. Going to flight 6.5.
Yep.
Orbit 0300.
Do you want to go before me, MoonDog? Because I don't mind.
No. No, go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have no problem flying with other folks. Probably better flyer than us anyway.
Alright, heading 115.
Not so sure about that part. I'll just take your word for it.
Hobart Tower, Boeing, Mike,
Let's
Oscar,
take
Oscar,
off even though there's
November,
someone on the
Delta, Oscar,
runway.
Golf at runway 30. Ready for takeoff, land mark at Wellington. Boeing, Mike, Oscar,
11,000.
November, Delta, Oscar, Golf, hold short, runway 30. Traffic is beach, air on the runway.
Hey, Evan, welcome to the stream.
So, while we have a second here,
Gear up.
check the
Boeing, Delta,
We're
Oscar,
we're
Golf,
flying to New Zealand from Tasmania. That's what's going on. We survived the takeoff so far.
some of you have.
Well, the fun and
Rolling.
kind of scary thing is that when I took off, I realized I had no aileron control. I have rudder and I have elevator, but no aileron. So once we get up here a little bit, I'm gonna have to stop for. I'm gonna have to pause for a second to see if I can't figure that out.
Hoping it's getting some speed there.
Climb and
before the-
maintain 17,000.
Yeah, I'm up to 150. Okay.
They just sent me up to 17,000. They got me on a strange course, but
Wow.
From my point of view, you was beyond the runway.
Shh, don't worry. It's all good. I
Oh,
just
good?
needed
Okay.
a little bit extra. Yeah.
Good thing those trees were cut out of the way there. Were you down there beforehand, making sure?
Yeah. Just a bit. Right.
I think I'm all set. I'm all set. Taxi into position. Okay.
hold on.
145.
060, got it.
Run down here at the end. There's
This
not a
might
whole
be
lot of room down here.
the last bit of landmass that we see for a while. Soak it in.
Flip that. Go ahead and flip those on.
They really don't give you much room down here for turnaround, did they?
Nope. I always forget to turn my damn APU off. 210.
Boeing, Mike, Oscar, Oscar, November, Delta, Oscar, Golf, cleared for takeoff, runway 30.
Takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 30. Boeing,
All right.
Mike, Oscar, Oscar, November, Delta, Oscar, Golf.
250. Increase my speed to 250.
Double check.
Flip landing lights off.
Turn right, heading 080.
So it's got you holding it with 8,000.
When it says proceed on course and resume on navigation, that means I can
Right. You're up.
click over, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to listen to them anymore.
Well, the headings and stuff, they'll still give you headings until they get you on the right heading.
Boeing, Delta, Oscar, Golf, contact
Well, I think they might have just done that.
26.5.
Oh yeah, they just maintain flight level.
090, resume on navigation.
Too low terrain. Too low terrain. Too low
Yeah,
terrain.
yeah, I know.
Too low terrain.
Are you going through the trees there, MoonDog?
No, I was up. It's just I clicked the wrong button.
Yeah, once you get on the heading that they give you, then you can resume your own navigation. You can go to LNAV.
Boeing, Delta, Oscar, Golf. Melbourne Center, Boeing, Mike, Oscar, Oscar, November, Delta, Oscar, Golf. Is climbing to 1,800 for 5,000. Boeing, Mike, Oscar, Oscar, November, Delta, Oscar, Golf. Melbourne Center, Roger. Altimeter 3012. Boeing, Delta, Oscar, Golf. Turn right, heading 120. Proceed on course. Climb and maintain 5,000. Turn right, heading 120. Resume on navigation. Climb and maintain 5,000. Boeing, Delta, Oscar, Golf.
There we go.
Yep, it only has me climbing to 5,000.
Yeah, Bowman, I have issues with the internet sometimes or with YouTube, but it is going a little better now. It's spotty. We may hit another little spot where it'll get a little crappy. I apologize. I haven't been able to resolve the issue. Can't figure out if it's YouTube or
And
what.
for those of you watching or just going to be watching my stream, we are going to stop right here real quick, so that way I can fix a slight oversight.
Climb to 7.
Control surfaces. Yep. Okay, hold on. What's going
Oh,
on?
from 5,000 to 17,000. Here, just go for it.
Boeing, Delta, Oscar, Golf. Turn right, heading 150.
Sure. Let's just double check.
Oh, okay, that's you, PCG.
Boeing, Delta, Oscar, Golf.
That makes more sense. I didn't recognize the name, but you sounded familiar with my issues. Well, welcome to the stream.
Okay, sorry about that brief interruption. It's usually a good idea to have full control over everything.
At what point can I give it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Something you do not want to hear your pilot say.
Especially when he's repeating it. Uh-oh, 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 wait a minute.
It did that thing to me where it just goes into the crazy climb.
Oh, yeah.
It said I stalled. I got stall warnings.
Alright, if we look out over here to our just about 9 o'clock, we should see Roy in his massive 747.
How do I know if my engines have stalled?
Your engines shouldn't stall, they'll flame out, but stall is when you have no air going over your wings.
A vertical lift. Point the nose down, get some speed back again. Turn off your APU.
My
Well, now
APU's been off.
Your autopilot. Your autopilot.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Get it off and get the
Okay,
speed
okay,
back.
I got it.
Make sure your flaps are up.
Flaps are up.
Gear up.
Yeah, that's the first time that glitch has happened to me.
Right, so you guys are above 10,000. What speed are you going to be going to?
I have full intentions to go to 300 once I get clearance to climb a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice to get clear from, oh, stay at 5,000, stay at 5,000. Clear to go to 17. Okay, time to go up.
Well, I'm looking, and they've told me to climb to flight level 210.
210.
So I'm just waiting for them to give me the okay to climb.
Left. 5.
Boy, I just can't get the pitch to level out here now.
Maybe that's why they're telling me not to climb, because Zig's doing like almost 400 knots ground speed. He's at 174. 174 feet. 170. No, that's not right. 174. Oh, your flight level 168. I'm sorry.
See if we can get back on our deal here. Sorry, folks.
Are you still?
You should be familiar with the chaos if you've flown this airway before.
Well, he's just climbing up above all of us. I want no part of this.
No, you said that you're going up to 2100, so that's what it says. I'm doing like 1800 feet per minute.
Yeah, I'm climbing at 2500.
Okay.
I'm climbing at 25. I'm clearing 13,900, 1400 now. 14,000.
I'm at 14.7. Wait a minute.
And I'm on course.
Okay. There's something weird going on here. I need help.
Mm.
So, I have my vertical speed set for 2,500 feet per minute, but I'm only climbing at 500.
Change it, because mine didn't do that earlier also. Change it so that down number back up and it should start to pick up.
There it is. So, another little bug. So for anybody who's flying this plane, that's another bug. Definitely not game breaking, just something you need to watch out for.
Cleared to 22 or 20 altitude. Want to be correct. And then everyone should be on intersect EECOB.
PECOB.
OB. Yeah.
PECOB. PCOB.
19 minutes, 110 nautical miles.
Let's see where everybody's at here. We'll pull up the map.
Clear to 29. 290.
Alright. I'm gonna go with the 280.
There's me. There's an NA. There's a N747K. And there's a MoonDog. So
Well,
one of these two is Roy or Draco.
I am directly behind you.
And I'm up to
Off to
Draco's
the left.
left. Yeah,
Alright.
'cause I'm playing GPS.
Turn our weather radar on. Got a little bigger. That's it. There we go. You have active sky, don't you, Roy?
I have X.
Darn it. Might want to remember to do that. Yeah, okay.
Don't buy enough to spend more money.
Timer. Got to turn on the timer. That way when you crash you know where you was at.
Speaking of crashing, I'm going to go ahead and do a save. After the last little incident.
290. Flight level 290.
There we go.
And map. On this map we have Zig. Flight altitude 266. Speed 391. We have Draco. Speed 402, heading 100, flight level 20. We have Roy, flight level 204. Ground speed 4. So I'm slowly catching up to Roy.
I was waiting for Draco to say that's it. I'm going up in speed now, increasing my speed.
I'm at 280. I don't want to push it any harder until I get up to range,
Okay.
to altitude, and
Yeah, I have mine set for 315, and it's just because of the climb, it's only actually slowing down right now.
yeah. Well, I have mine set for 280, and I'm at like 249.
If I pull the parking brake right now, that won't matter, right?
Try it.
Only if you want to do some drifting.
Look out here, see if we can find everybody.
324 over there down below that Boeing 747 that we have the numbers for, that would be one Cavalry, right? Ahead of us up there is the rest of the guys.
They might just be far enough out where
Can't see.
they might. Yeah, guys might be beyond that 10-mile range.
Yeah.
Because I can't see Zig and I can't see you guys.
I see MoonDog.
A plan type top of descent or top of climb, I passed it, but I'm just now at 29.
That's because they weren't giving us.
Yeah.
They weren't having us climb as steep as we needed, or as fast as we needed to.
Right. But aside from that, not doing too bad. Nice flight, nice takeoff.
Climb and maintain flight level 3.
Yeah, you only had a few alarms going off in your cockpit.
It was just because I accidentally clicked off the autopilot and it was just drifting down for a second.
See, I don't turn autopilot on until I'm at least, like 5,000 feet.
I tried taking off with autopilot and it didn't work, so I switched off and manually take off. That's why I
don't-
went through the pins.
I don't trust the autopilot on takeoff in this plane.
Should have gone with full flaps with autopilot.
Alright, making our final climb, 325.
I'm going to 325, but I'm going to back off only 1,200 feet and turn the seatbelts off. You may get up and wander about. Cabin.
Oh, we can let him go? That's not a bad idea.
And I think
Although
I'm going to keep mine
I
at
have
50.
mine on. I have mine on auto, so.
Mine was actually off because of the reset, so.
And mine's the cool plane, so I even turned off the no smoking sign.
Don't let BP hear you say that.
Hey, I'm the cool pilot. What happens at 29,000 feet stays at 29,000 feet.
Actually, we could probably, let's see. Doing stuff, we could turn our landing lights off. That would be good.
That would be. I've already got mine over on.
Let's see, we could go to cruise lighting.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to go. I had mine
Descend
saved.
and maintain 325. Okay.
Cruise lighting.
Yeah.
We're at cruising at altitude.
Yeah. On your FMC, there's light configurations on there for when you taxi, when you're landing, when you're cruising, when you're.
How do I get to that? What buttons are those?
The
If you go to. Go ahead.
in it, the initial reference, top left corner,
Uh-huh.
next page, should be status page with the lights.
Status 2 and 3. Down towards the bottom, taxi, takeoff, landing,
Yeah, I
climb,
see.
descent,
I
cruise.
see where it says cruise, and it leaves the strobe, beacon, wing, nav, and turns on the recognition lights.
Yep.
Then
Yep.
taxi and
Wheel just
Land.
decided to kick in. The hell?
Roy, I passed you.
Yeah, my wheel decided to suddenly just kick in.
Oh, yeah. Steering wheel, G27 and flight controls don't normally work well together.
No. I'm finding that one out.
So I see the contrail of the plane ahead of me. Oh, we have massive headwinds, don't we?
yep.
Why does this thing say tailwind? No. Good.
Apparently, my wheel's messing up.
Picking up
It does
steam
look-
now finally.
It is nice up at this altitude, though. See if I can see MoonDog. I can't see your contrail, but I know you said you can see mine.
Roy,
Yeah,
why is your plane in the water?
because my wheel, I had to unplug it, and now I can't get it to pull up. So I'm
Your
going to take the U6.
wheel just dove your plane right into the water.
Yeah. Map. Display.
Sorry, Roy.
It's okay. It's, yeah.
I go to air traffic to look at, and I click on Roy and him bouncing in the, skipping like a stone in the water. Got Zig up here just blazing away.
Yeah, Zig's pulling away from us.
I got it cruise control at 300.
That's where mine's at, but I'm only at 237.
Right. Resetting.
Oh, that's Draco that I'm looking at right now. There's Zig.
Yeah.
You guys have the exact same plane, so. So, this is, oh, I've just gotten within 10 miles of Draco. So, I put together some flights for us, and I'll go over them with the stream, and that way if the stream was interested in following with us, they know what we're doing, and maybe even someone will fly with us. I was thinking of jumping out of Wellington here and heading up to Auckland back in Australia. And no, Auckland is northern part of New Zealand.
Yep.
And then from that's
So-
possible with maybe not doing that, but even just fly from Auckland into New Caledonia.
New Caledonia?
Yeah. It's would be a tight landing maybe for this, and then from there into Papua New Guinea. I know. See, you guys leave me to make up these ideas, and by myself, and this is what happens. And
Is that getting us towards our final destination?
yeah, it's looping us back up. What
we
I was
talking
thinking, then into from Papua New Guinea, jumping over to one of the islands in Indonesia, and flying up to the Philippines.
Okay, Auckland. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm looking on the map here.
you're looking at the map. And flying to the Philippines,
Where in the world is Papua New Guinea?
right north of Australia. It's one of the islands
Of
that is from-
Australia?
Yeah.
Oh, over there. Okay.
It's north of Australia. It's kind of like northwest of
I
Australia.
got it.
Or northeast.
Okay.
And then to the Philippines?
The Philippines, 2 hops there into lower and then upper the Philippines. From
Right.
there over to Ho Chi Minh. And from Ho Chi Minh to Hanoi.
If we're going to the Philippines, the only place I could think of to land at would be Manila. Anywhere else is probably going to be too small of an airport.
Well, no, I was thinking because we would be flying these big things for a while. The small island of Naha in Indonesia would be a small plane takeoff anyways. So it'd be a small plane landing.
Not necessarily. I mean, if we all end up with those faster business jets,
Yeah. Yeah.
we can make those flights in the smaller business jets.
Right. Then from the Philippines over to Ho Chi Minh, then to Hanoi, and then from there to Hong Kong. Maybe Hong Kong to Taiwan, Taipei, Taiwan, then Shanghai, China. And I'm picked Pudong again. And
Well,
from
haven't
there,
we been there already?
we landed
We've
there.
been we landed at Pudong. We took off from Tokyo.
Right. And
Tokyo. We were in
yeah.
Japan?
yeah, for
When we
that one
flew through the hurricane, that typhoon.
typhoon.
Oh, that's right.
But if we go in, I was thinking from Shanghai to Seoul, Korea, from Seoul over to Hiroshima, Tokyo. Some of these could be like multiple.
I'm
flights
thinking in
overnight.
Are we
Japan.
working?
Why not Kyoto?
Are we working our way up north to get over to Alaska? Is that what
Yep.
we're doing, or what?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
I was thinking then from northern Japan, which is Sapporo, we can make it to Atsu Station in Alaska.
We just need to get some longer range aircraft going here.
Well,
That's a whole lot of hops. It's going to be like 2018 before we get to Alaska.
Well, we always figured that's what it was going to be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And some of these are like hour flights with this thing, so we could do that, or even if we are in the business jets, we could do a couple of these in a stream in a night.
So I was off on the map and I didn't hear ATC, so it canceled my IFR flight plan. Can I create a new one?
Yeah.
Or open?
Yeah.
Open, yeah.
Oh, I gotta go back into here? Wellington. Oh. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Okay.
But if it asks you if it wants you to put you back at the airport, say no.
Right.
Alright.
Shut them down.
Fawn Low. I'm at Fawn Low now. 295 till I reach it. 33 minutes.
I'm on Fawn Low. It's 301 nautical miles.
And I'm about 8 miles ahead of you.
And that's what the little red numbers up in the sky mean. 8.1.
Well, I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at the front of my plane.
Why? Oh, it reset my whole navigation. God dang it.
I'm thinking if you click,
What? Are you talking to me?
if you click on find the soft button that's right next to Fawn Low and click on that, that should move you to that route.
In the FMC?
Yeah. And if not, you might have to go into the GPS and do it that way since we're doing GPS. I'm not sure how it works.
I go into route, load FSX plan. Shit, it cleared out everything. Get out of there.
Alright, we're just gonna have to keep our eyes peeled for an out of control 757 in front of us.
Fawn Low.
FONLO.
I click on it. I don't know how to hit enter.
Click on it.
So I lost my cockpit, so I have to manually select it. I went into the virtual cockpit, and that's when my wheel kicked in.
Oh. Have it off now.
Right. Anybody in
Yeah.
6 channel, if you're familiar with an FMC, and you can tell him how to activate his flight plan.
No, it's stupid now because it's out of it's
Well, you know how to do it in the GPS, right?
direct to.
What flight are you? What level are you at, MoonDog?
32.5.
I think I just did. Yep, I did it in the FMS. So
How'd you do that? Just so that way we all know.
hold on.
Gotta try and remember now.
I know. I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure I'm clipping them up with ATC here so it doesn't.
Rico, the next button down from the top, direct intercept. do is then to click on that, pick the waypoint, and then it says on the bottom right corner, direct to,
Gotcha.
and then you would insert that. So that's what you would do. And seeing how he's already up at that spot, he wouldn't be headed back the other direction.
I clicked on.
Well, it looks like his plane's making a big turn.
Well, it had made a big turn already when I reloaded the flight plan.
Because it was
But
sending him back, yeah?
Yeah.
I clicked on the DIR INTC button.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it pops up the waypoints there, and I picked Fon Low and confirmed it.
Yeah, it looks like, well, on my radar, it's showing your plane making the turn back towards the line.
How you doing back there, Roy?
Okay. I just don't see on the map.
It's giving me instruction, but I don't know if I should follow it.
I would, otherwise they'll keep harassing you or cancel your IFR again.
Yeah, but what if it's not going to take me to Fon Low? What if they're confused?
No, they're just following you. They'll stay with it.
Because it's telling me to go to 105, descend in main 325.
Yeah, 105 will turn you back towards the line. They're putting you on a course to intercept the nav line.
Okay, 105, I'll go to heading hold. Descend and maintain, where did it go? Right on that, descend and maintain. I'm at 325.
Well, it should be easy to maintain it then.
Well, if they want you to descend and maintain 325, make sure that your altimeter is set to 1021 millibars.
1021.
Yep.
Where do you even set that?
Look at your altimeter. It's going to be like the shiny silverish barrel. It's called the barrel button. You just scroll.
Aviation, how's it going?
Hey, aviation.
Okay.
We're just doing a nice, wonderful flight here. Absolutely nothing to talk about. We've all been perfect flight for all of us. Especially Zig and Roy.
Hey, I had no control over my plane.
Neither did I.
Had no control, Zig? Frankly, you had control.
No, autopilot had control. I couldn't turn left or right. I could only go up or down or slide or kick my tail side to side.
Okay,
I could go left or right, but I couldn't go up or down. Well, I was going down anyway.
You were
okay,
gonna go
so
down
there's
one way or
been
the other.
absolutely no issues with Zig, Draco, or Roy. I've been the only one to have issues.
Except for the fact you almost blew. Yeah, I mean, you almost blew right through a grove of trees on takeoff.
No, I was actually up. I was almost 1,500 feet. It was just the fact that it had dipped down nose-wise because I had just clicked the button. When I clicked it twice and activated and
It
disconnected.
has me going into a completely different direction. I'm not even...
No, that's you.
So you're on vacation in a national forest.
I'm following you on radar. You're heading right for the.
I didn't know you could do logging with an airplane.
Well, he says he's got Wi-Fi but no bars, so it's probably awful sketchy. At some point, he may have to hit pause and let it download the rest of the stream, and then he can continue watching. I'm just wondering at what point does the iPad like lose energy and die, and he's got to rub two sticks together to get, well, you know.
Yeah, Zig, you're on a heading of 122, right?
Yes. No. 105. No, I see. It's taking me over to the line.
All right, I'll be back in just a
Good.
second, everyone.
So it's taking you over to the GPS line.
Yeah.
It doesn't like where I'm at altitude-wise, so I
Keep
don't...
yelling at him about the altitude.
I don't know where anybody is, so I'm just flying at max speed.
Oh, you'll catch up with us. Because your
I'm
max
doing
speed is what, like
506.
400 knots?
I'm doing 506 right now.
Yeah, you'll blow past us.
And I'm at 200, at 32, 325 rather. Let's see anyone. So lonely back here. The ocean looks good though.
Oh, you're not that far behind. At that speed, you'll catch up in no time. I see you on radar. You're probably about 150 nautical miles behind us.
Okay. As soon as I catch up, I'll slow back down.
And Zig's about 30.
Now I pissed it off. I don't know what I did.
Why?
Oh,
At your current speed, what's your ETA?
My current speed ETA is for this waypoint.
We won't tell you the total ETA for the actual destination.
Hold on. Because I have 1,140 nautical miles. It doesn't give me full time though,
Okay.
unless I'm missing somewhere.
Distance is 1,014
Oh,
nautical
there it
miles.
is. ETA. UTC ETA, but it says 1139.
1139. Okay.
So I'm not sure what that is.
No. Well, at 506.
Well, I'll reach Fon Low, waypoint Fon Low in 22 minutes.
My ETA is 1 hour and 53 minutes
To Fon Low.
to the destination.
Damn.
how far are you from Fonlo, Draco?
Fon Low is 21 nautical miles.
21.
Or, I'm sorry, 21 minutes, 189 nautical miles.
Okay.
Hi, Guinea. Sorry, I did not see your chat. I was, did not see that you popped in. I was busy trying to find out information for Roy. Thank you for stopping by. And yeah, I'm 183.
So you guys are flying in the same direction as obviously the pink line, the GPS.
Yeah.
You're about, what,
Yep.
8 or 10 nautical miles off of it, to the right of it?
Probably somewhere around there.
Yeah, so okay. So I've got that copy that direction for you guys then.
If that. It should be giving you a course change here in a second too.
Yeah, I would think.
Okay, so I'm back. I had
And
to
he's
take a
chewing.
And I'm chewing. I went and got my in-flight snack from the flight attendant so that we could play What is MoonDog Eating?
Welcome back.
Oh,
We
And-
didn't know you were back.
okay. Well, I'm back. Aviation is in a cabin with power, so we don't have to worry about power.
Then it's not a real cabin.
It's not really, yeah, it's not a real cabin. It's not really camping. It's staying in the forest hotel. So, what is MoonDog eating tonight?
That's called glamping.
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 A cabin with power and a stove and everything. It's just a house that's confused.
It's a holiday home.
Not that there's anything wrong with a cabin like that. It's just I prefer a wood-burning stove, and that's about it.
Wood burning stove? How about
Yeah.
a tent? And a fire?
Well, I mean, if you're going to stay in a cabin, wood-burning stove.
Oh.
If you're going to be
Oh.
outside, a tent and a fire, yes.
Gotcha.
What do you think he is? A Cub Scout?
Oh, Moondog. Actually, my idea of camping is just a sleeping bag and a fire, and that's it. No tent.
No, that's just crazy talk.
Roy's idea of camping is going down to the McDonald's and getting food and then staying there overnight.
That's MoonDog's idea.
No, that's Moondog's idea of the perfect night.
No, not McDonald's. No,
McDonald's?
not McDonald's.
Then again, no. You're
I'll
probably
bet
right.
you they
The food
played-
tastes-
I'll bet you they played hell back in the day when Pizza Hut had their all-you-can-eat buffets and their arcade machines. They never got him out of there.
At that point, I had 2 kids at a young enough age. I wasn't allowed to go in there because of that.
He's making up for lost time.
There's a few of them still in the area that has all-you-can-eat lunch buffet.
Yeah, there's one probably about 10 miles from me that still has that. But I remember as a kid going to the all-you-can-eat dinner buffets and eating pizza and playing Pac-Man on the arcade machines.
I never did Pac-Man.
What?
No,
Asteroids, remember that?
Yep.
Asteroids I could do better.
Space
Pac-
Invaders.
Space Invaders I was better at.
Where did you find all your
Dig Dug
approach
was good.
information?
Mine.
Yeah.
Go to your briefing in Active Sky.
Oh, okay. It's in there.
So that's the cheeseburger.
So that plane right there at the edge of the screen is Roy. No, that's not Roy. That would be Zig, Moondog, me. And then if we zoom out a little bit, I don't think this will zoom out anymore.
So I'm actually further behind than I was. I'm at max speed.
Well, what's your speed now?
Well, where did you find that information in there? I'm not seeing that.
If you look and it says detailed weather briefing, if you scroll down to the very last waypoint, which is the airport, it'll tell you candidate, runway, or runways for landing based on winds only. And it says 3-4, and then it gives you the ILS and the course.
Oh, okay.
506 still.
Yeah,
Oh.
trust us, you're catching up.
948 nautical miles out, so I've done 100 nautical miles almost already.
So 34. 109.
Surely I should have took at least 25 nautical miles out to you guys. Finish session. Gotcha. Fantastic. Hang on. How come I don't see your name on here, Draco? Air traffic. MoonDog Zig, but no Draco.
I should be somewhere around there.
No.
Could be ahead of me, unless it's distance-wise, you can't see it.
Well, you
Zig's
should.
ahead of.
No.
Draco. Oh,
Zig's
he isn't.
behind MoonDog, and MoonDog's
Okay.
behind me,
Okay, so you're too far ahead.
probably.
Do you see me on your radar, MoonDog? I know you're busy eating.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I almost choked on the pumpkin pie to answer that for you.
So we now know what you're eating.
Hey, you ruined the game.
No one was interested, so
So the next question is, am I catching you?
no.
I'm gonna say yes. If he's doing over 500 knots, and we're only doing 300, he's catching us.
Yeah, but the ground speed had said it was he was actually losing speed to it.
What's your ground speed?
527 is what Draco's was, and yours was like
32.
510
Well,
or something.
What's your altitude?
325. 325.
Something's
Ground
not
speed of
adding up.
532.
Something's not adding up, because if he's got indicated airspeed at over 500 knots and his ground speed, and he's at the same level as us, how can his ground speed be lower?
Yeah, his ground speed says it's 529 that I'm saying, and Zig's is 548. Yours is 540. Mine's 528.
Yeah, Zig's is 528, yours is 531, mine's 528.
So even with us reading it from our planes to each other, it's different, slightly so.
Right.
So we don't know what altitude we got to be at, though, to pick up the ILS, right?
No, I don't have any of that information. That's usually a Zig or MoonDog thing.
I can work on it after I finish this quarter of a pumpkin pie.
Quarter?
Well, I cut it into 6 pieces, but or started to, but there's like 2 sections that didn't get cut in half. So
Okay. Indicated speed, I was on true. The other one. True airspeed, was it?
Oh,
323.
323.
Yeah.
Oh, you're still going faster than us.
I'm just slightly losing ground to you, Draco. I got to 8.1, we figured, and I saw it was
Yeah.
8.1. Now you're back up to 8.5. There might be some actual physics with the wind right now.
Yeah.
Although the gauges say it's 54 mile an hour tailwind.
Where are you seeing that on the gauge?
You have your horizon screen, the next one down,
Yeah.
bottom left corner. You can actually click on it or zoom in on it. Bottom left corner, there's a 3-digit number.
Okay. Yeah, 055. And it's saying
Tailwind from right
Like-
side.
240, give or take.
Oh.
That doesn't seem right. If I go to my flight plan.
No, because when we read the flight plan, it said that it was a headwind.
Winds expected 245, 54 knots. So that's That's right.
254 from 250.
No, 245 at 54 knots. So the first number is the direction, second number is speed.
Right.
So yeah, 245 at 54 knots. So that's right.
So it is a tailwind.
Yep. Alright, I'll be right back, everybody.
Once I remember to hit the reset and start the timer. We've been up here for 39 minutes now. So actually closer to 45 in the air. Or at least I have only been in the air for about 45 minutes. In-flight was about 2.5 hours. Gonna put the pedal down. So, what we don't have is that's Hobart. So I signed up at SkyVector, but it doesn't. It's not.
They
I
don't
have
give
the paid portion. It doesn't give. Doesn't seem to give as much.
They don't give you
much.
those charts.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the point of SkyVector is,
I'm not sure either. At the.
other than you can create flight plans there, but BP says you have to be careful.
Yeah. Don't want to file them on accident. Now you've got people yelling at you.
The approach altitude is 3,400, and then
34.
and then you may descend to 2,000 when established inbound for final approach.
Got that
From one of the charts. I don't know. I googled it. I'm not sure where I ended up that I actually found it.
Alright.
Where am I now on your radar, MoonDog?
say onto aircraft thing. Ground. It says flight 325, heading 96, ground speed 519. No, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Sorry. Dig.
Yeah.
Gotta back up here a little. Find you.
Oh,
I don't see you.
a bit of bumps.
It shows you even with me, Roy, on my map. So
Yes.
you've made up ground, yeah. You're off to
Roy, you're actually ahead of me on my map.
what
Okay.
map are you looking at?
Yeah.
I'm looking at
Oh yeah.
I'm looking at the
I'm
I'm
looking
looking
at
at the Join FS map.
Well, I'm looking at
That's
the.
active weather, and he's like
He's ahead of me.
20 25 nautical miles ahead of Draco.
And off to my 11 o'clock.
Yeah. So
I
he's
just
definitely
put you
picked
in
it up.
this one. Okay. I knew there was a map there.
Yeah, the active sky one shows you completely different.
I'm gonna go with Active Sky. Because we all know the Joint FS map is not exactly the most reliable thing.
Okay, so we got runway 16 and 34.
Expect
Okay.
runway 34.
Elevation is 41 or 24. So it slopes from one end to the other.
Okay, and do you have ILS intercept?
Not on this one, I'll have to look at it. I have approach, but I'm not sure that's approach, that's not ILS for that.
We gotta get Roy in here one night when we're flying in Alaska and around the mountains, heavy clouds, with like the little de Havilland beavers.
Yeah, you know that plane we jumped in and you had your stuff go wonky the other night, last night?
Yeah, the
Well-
AT-11.
Yeah, I took off and flew in that. You know that I got, if it wasn't for the fact that I quite literally popped out of the mountain and I knew I was headed near something, I had to crank on that thing and get it to turn because that thing didn't climb quickly and I'm still in the mountains and I'm like in a bowl trying to gain altitude, and then all of a sudden you fly into a cloud because of the rain, the clouds, and it being active sky and being correct. I'm flying into this thing and I can't see my hand in front of my face. I pop out and I go, ooh, a mountain. But I wasn't that happy about it.
Sounds like a fun flight.
I ended it shortly after that.
I've got to 300 knots.
Yeah, you're about 20, I'd say about probably close to 28, 29 miles from to the left of our GPS line, or well, our flight path. Roy.
Yeah, I don't see you guys. It's obviously backed off a bit. So,
Yeah, we're at like your what, 4 or 5 o'clock.
yeah.
And there, LS.
I got MoonDog sucking on my contrails, so damn close.
I've gone from 8.5 to 8.4 nautical miles. Not that close. It's runway 16, runway 34. Hour 18. Localizer is 109.9.
Yep.
Intercept 34. Yeah, I see what Zig was saying. Or you drop down to 1,000 at a heading of 341. And it'll catch it also.
Alright, so at a heading of 341, which is what our course is.
Yep.
It's what? What's the intercept?
The first intercept is 3,400, or it might bring you in at 2,000. Because
Or,
10, at 10,
or
at 10
2,000?
Yeah, 10 miles out. Should be reading it right. It's 3,400. That may have you come in at 2,000 until you reach it, which is at 6 nautical.
Alright, so 3,400 at 10, 2,000 at 6.
Yes.
Gotcha.
3,400 more than 10 miles. It actually has
Yeah.
you at 2,000 at 10 miles.
Okay, so 10,000 at
10,000.
2,000 at 10 miles.
2,000 at the 10 mile mark to the 6,000 mark. Then that starts your glide slope.
Okay, is that how we're reading? Okay.
That's great.
Okay, I just want to clarify this. So 6,000 at 10 nautical miles, right?
No. 3,400 is your initial altitude for approach.
Okay.
And then the chart says you may decrease to 2,000 when you've established inbound for final approach.
Okay.
So greater than 10 miles, you're at 3,400. And then at 10 miles, it has you coming from 3,400 to 2,000 at the 10 mile mark.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then from 10 mile to 6 mile, you stay at 2,000. And when you hit the 6 mile point, it will take you, that's when the glide slope starts, basically. Assuming those at the bottom there are miles, MoonDog.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking also. And at 1.5 miles out is when you make your decision if in altitude if you're just approach or not. Which is then also climb to 3,000 on the same heading of 341.
So at 10 miles or less, you should be at 2,000. That's when you hit your localizer, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Probably. I don't know. I haven't had to lock onto one, so I don't know. But I would think, yeah.
And then you hit your approach when you're less than 6 miles, right? And you hit when you're at 6 miles and hit the glide slope.
It'll lock on and should start pulling you down. Yes.
So you're going for an auto pilot landing.
Yeah, you let the autopilot land you until you're about 200 feet, and you kick off the autopilot and bring it in the rest of the way.
It's not exactly an auto landing, but
Close enough.
I've been tempted to see if it won't bring it all the way down, but I haven't done it yet. I'll save that crash for another time.
We definitely could use this coming in to Hobart on our last flight.
This much information? Yeah, because we didn't have this much information last time. This is what it locked on. No, wait a minute. We didn't fly these into Hobart. I flew the King Air in.
oh, yeah.
And I flew this 377 into a mountain.
That's right. And someone was bumping around in his Dash 8, wasn't he?
Yeah. Absolutely no visibility.
That's been my string lately. No visibility there. No visibility when I flew a solo into Quebec. No visibility yesterday. Was flying around with, getting ready with you. It's just been a no visibility week. Would you say weather's supposed to be bad up here?
No.
Possibly? No?
No, we don't have any active segments near our flight plan until we get closer.
No, but at destination, variable winds, 9 knots.
So what's your headings?
Yeah, it's about that.
My heading is 091.
091.
That's what I'm tracking.
Okay, yeah. I'm 60-mile-an-hour tailwind. Might also want to put your auto brakes in instead of 2.
Oh, I usually max them.
Who needs auto brakes? You got trees and hills.
Houses, buildings, the ocean. Any of those will stop you.
I think I've only landed this plane one time still.
Well, I landed it once successfully when I did my
I'll be back in a minute, guys.
I cert for the for air hauler in it, and then I landed it once successfully at Hawaii. Other than that, I've bounced this thing off of runways and buildings and mountains. You know, if we crashed this much, if we were pilots and crashed this much in real life, we'd never be able to get on another airplane. We wouldn't even be able to buy a ticket to get on an airplane.
Good thing it's just a game.
Yep.
Can't remember which one that was when I actually landed it. I don't remember if I got it to lock on to the ILS or not.
I don't remember
been a
either.
while.
It was one of the few. It was one of the. I think it was like one of like the first or second ones that I flew this plane in.
I'm still miles ahead of you guys.
Alright, so I'm back.
Didn't even know you left.
Did you
said
get in
I'd be
trouble?
right back. No. The fun that was here last weekend with the guys outside, my wife wanted me to double check it and see if it was the same vehicle showing up again. And then as I go to step outside, the freaking badass moonshine cat decided to run out the door, so I had to catch him real quick. Grabbed him. I mean, you would beat his ass like you would beat a kid, you know, a kid. Smack it, hard enough to understand, but not to do that again. Tossed it in, and he landed and turned and ran right back out the door again. Before I even got in the door.
They're cats, MoonDog. They have a mind of their own. You should know this.
Well, where we used to live in Massillon, there was peppermint plants outside, and he'd go running out and just run to them and flop and roll around in it because he loved the peppermint so bad. There isn't any peppermint here, so the only thing out there for him to get in trouble with is a skunk and a raccoon and a groundhog.
Well, you know they have these special mats that you can lay on top of like cars or furniture or across thresholds, and if a dog or a cat tries to cross them, they get like a bit of an electric shock to their feet.
I just give him some catnip. He'll be so stoned he won't move.
Not technically. Depending on the genetics of the cat, it can have one of 3 reactions. Either it makes them really lethargic, super ass crazy hyper, or does nothing to him at all.
He gets a little excited when he gets the catnip or the catnip treat.
I do too.
Well, we know that because Mrs. Zig yells at you for getting too loud all the time, so.
Yeah.
Pull up this map again. CA, we got 4 planes fairly close. We got Draco ahead of me, Roy coming in from the left. Now sort of distance-wise between the two of us. Zig's behind us.
Yeah. Quit yelling at me about being below my flight level. I'm getting pushed down a little bit. I'm going back up. Shut up.
Roy's somewhere over there out of sight.
Ooh, 62 knot tailwind. Almost tailwind.
60.
You always gotta be different, don't you, MoonDog?
Yeah, it's gotta be different. Gotta go on my own. Wish this freaking beast would calm his ass down. Yeah, I got it. It's, I'm at 325. Here's weather right. Why Arrow was set at the wrong setting. Aren't we at an altitude that it should be set on standard and should be able to switch this over to standard?
You would think so, but apparently they don't like that. Because they haven't been, except for when I got pushed down up like 300 feet below my assigned altitude, they haven't been yelling at me at all, and I've had my barometer set to what Active Sky's telling me.
Well, I hadn't checked out the Active Sky in a while, so mine was off by about 15 millibars. Oh, no, yeah. I'm not watching my chat. Oh, no one's said anything in chat. Chat, are you awake? Say something if you're awake, chat.
Something.
Thank you, Dan. I meant actually.
Yeah, I'm playing Grid.
Chat. No, you gotta stop, pull over, and type something into chat.
So stop, pull over, and type something, then move on.
I don't think so, Tim.
See, extra bonus MoonDog credits for those that actually know what show that's from.
Star Trek, and it was Bones.
No. Incorrect.
I don't think so.
I don't think so,
I'm
Tim.
pretty sure.
No. Any other guesses?
What was the question?
There was...
I wasn't listening. Clearly.
No. We asked Dan to pull over because he's racing a grid and type something into chat. And he said, no, I don't think so, Tim. Which is a
I thought he said
reference-
Jim.
No, he said Tim.
Oh, space engineers.
No,
Yeah,
it's
that's even.
not.
Oh, I see a Boeing ahead of me. Who's that?
It's probably MoonDog.
So, the TV, it's actually a TV reference, and it's to Home Improvement.
Is it? Oh, Tim Allen.
No,
See, I thought he said Jim.
That's you, Draco. MoonDog's just off to my left. Oh, right, rather.
are you getting direction?
I
What
don't-
is it with?
Taking directions from Drake.
Oh no, according to
from David.
Okay,
I'm
you're
tired.
learning it from Deb. You're getting
Quarter
it
to
from.
5.
Yeah.
According to the radar, you're behind me and MoonDog.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're starting to give directions like David. Kev is starting to give directions like David. Maybe it's a European thing.
No, because I do it too sometimes.
You do it too? Okay.
It's wearing off. It's rubbing off on everybody.
Then in that case, if it's going to rub off, I hope I'm the last.
You said rub off.
Where's the door? I gotta step out of here for a minute. Is there an emergency hatch somewhere on this thing?
I'm sure you got it open. The door's open. Just jump out.
Yeah, look behind you. There's big signs that say emergency exit.
Boeing 747, 10 miles behind me.
Yep. And now you disappeared off my screen.
0-0.
I'm gonna have to roast him. Because I don't want to be sitting here and the kids come down.
Why? Done it
Again.
twice already this week. What's
Yeah,
one more?
but
What's one more?
there's a
It's
difference.
One
There's
on
a
the
difference.
weekend.
The kids go to school. I get to have a nap. Kids having in school on Sunday.
Just tell them it's Monday.
Okay.
By the time they figure out that it's...
And groups like that.
Roy,
Mhm.
even if you go to, what, you're going to get a 1 hour nap and then be woken up anyways and then be even grumpier, you might as well just stay awake.
Doug, be quiet.
You know, people say stuff like that when they realize that the person that said it is correct.
Send them
Yeah,
all to
but-
MoonDog's house for the day.
No,
do that.
no, won't happen.
You know how happy my kids are when they first wake up. They're jumping around
Yes.
and
I've heard.
screaming and yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've experienced it, I've heard it.
So you can happily have them for the day, MoonDog.
You know, the good thing about this is,
Yeah,
they
you're
won't be able to
right.
get here in time.
How do you know they're not already on their way? Haven't you noticed you even heard them?
No, I haven't, but at the same point, I'm going to have to make a transfer at some point, so unless BP's in on this, no.
I didn't know he's not.
Yeah, he hasn't been into chat or anything, has he?
I'll bank on the fact that I don't have to worry about it. Because here's the thing. If you send them, I'm going to send them out to play with the neighborhood kids.
Okay.
You know, my neighborhood might be the same or worse than yours.
Just put Velcro out. That'll stop a lot of stuff.
And so that they can make it to school, even if they do show up, I just return to sender and send them back.
They ain't in a package.
I don't care, they'll go back in a package.
Put them in little boxes.
With some lettuce and air holes and shredded up newspaper.
Dog carriers make good storage compartments.
Yeah, if you want to spend like $70 per carrier.
Yeah, okay, but that's a whole lot cheaper than a $300 ticket, isn't it?
You still have to pay for the ticket.
And for any government officials listening on Discord, that my kids are in bed, safe and sound.
Yes, because you know that they listen to this channel all the time.
Yeah.
Anyone?
And I have-
Absolutely.
And I have never personally met MoonDog, so I cannot vouch for anything.
It's clinically insane. That's all I know.
The only one of the monkeys that has ever actually been accused of putting a child in dog carrier has been Frito.
Yeah.
He's the one that was joking around saying he had corn chip in dog kennel.
Yeah.
I was the one that said I had a picture of it. I found a corn chip and I put it in the dog little carrier and took a picture of it.
Mrs. Zig puts me in the dog kennel sometimes when I'm too loud.
Yeah, when you're too loud.
I'd get whacked on the nose with a roll of newspaper.
Oh, hell no.
I haven't had any of those issues.
Hey, it's better than a shock collar I used to get.
I'm just realising I prefer to stay single.
Yeah. Yep.
Or the proposed punch to the throat.
Yeah, definitely stay single.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a whole lot better than my wife's ex had this issue, waking up and finding his own police revolver stuck in his face.
That's never good.
Probably should have done what he
Did he snore too?
No, he did not. He did not snore. He did something a lot worse.
Well,
According to Mrs. Zig, there's not much worse the other night that I could have done. The good news is, well, I don't know if it's good news, but the news is I got like 11 hours of sleep last night.
Oh, okay.
Apparently I needed it. I don't know. These guys I hang out with keep me up way too late, I guess.
I kind of know that feeling.
Kind of that feeling, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't recall ever twisting either one of your guys' arms to stay up late.
One more
MoonDog
turn.
did it.
One more turn. One more turn.
Still,
But I
yeah,
didn't snore. No
That was
snoring.
MoonDog. That was MoonDog's fault.
My fault. My fault.
One more turn. Is it your fault?
Because if memory serves right, I usually go to bed about midnight myself.
Not lately, you haven't been.
But it's civilization's fault. And it's MoonDog's fault.
Well, that's kind of Roy's fault. Saying.
Whose side are you on here, Zig?
I'm just.
Do you not see the pattern here, Zig? It's just MoonDog's fault. That's what they're after.
Oh, MoonDog's fault.
Yeah.
It's always MoonDog's fault.
Even when there's nothing going wrong, it's MoonDog's fault in preparation for anything that does go wrong.
Okay. Just to let you guys know, you guys all went to bed, civilization, and then I did a flight after that.
I'm sure you did, because you don't sleep, so.
No, we did
I only
while we were
sleep
doing
on the
flights.
drive to and from work.
Like I said, you just plug yourself in with a USB cable, and I don't want to know where the other end goes. But
I thought that's when you watch YouTube is on your drive.
Well, yeah, that's it too. So I'm watching YouTube while I'm sleeping, while I'm driving to work. Very safe driving.
Speaking of,
and sometimes he drives while he's sleeping while watching YouTube. He's a multitasker.
I went to upgrade my, or not upgrade, but get a new phone today.
Yeah.
Because mine's a piece of crap. Because it's worn out. But, and, I am now on a unlimited data plan. I don't understand AT&T. We were on an unlimited data plan, then they took the unlimited data plan away, and we were on like a 15 gig shared plan.
Now
And
you're
today
back.
I go in there to upgrade my phone, and he's like, well, hey, we can save you $15 a month and put you on this unlimited plan. I'm like, well, why did you kick me off of it? I'm like, wait a minute.
It was probably like a introductory type deal.
We were locked in on the original unlimited data, and then everybody thought they needed to start charging for data was the thing to do, apparently.
Yeah, there's
So
been that with a couple of companies. You are on unlimited data, and they said, you know what, we could charge for this data because of how much you use it.
Yeah.
Well, I handed off to Auckland Center.
I'm 13 miles out from EGPF, Belgium.
I'm 4 miles.
4
My-
miles.
I guess I guess my point. I'm 31, 30. I guess my point is now I can watch YouTube at work too.
Yeah.
Because I'm back on unlimited.
You know what that's really good for? Watching Civ videos. You know what that'll be good for? Watching Twitch so that you can watch BP.
Yeah.
What am I talking about? I got videos. It'll be good for watching Mr. MoonDog video.
Yeah, I just ignored that one.
Porn. That's what the internet was born for.
I'm pretty sure that's not it.
I do recall watching the documentary on it, and it was actually for education. It was devised.
Yeah.
It was actually devised as a way for government agencies to still communicate with each other in the event of a nuclear war with Russia.
No, it was actually transfer of knowledge between universities. That's where it actually started.
I don't know. Let's ask Al Gore. He created it.
Well, that's what
I also created Man Bear Pig too.
Yeah. So how viable is that?
Created what?
Man Bear Pig. Oh gosh, he's never watched one episode of.
Yeah, have you never seen South Park?
Never even heard of it.
Okay, so
Clearly not as many episodes as you guys.
so you
Man
need
Bear
to
Pig was
get
like first
Netflix
season.
on your phone so that you can watch watch South Park. Actually, there's South Park. I see constantly 24-hour South Park channels pop up on YouTube. So
Why don't I watch South Park?
It's funny to hear 4th grade kids curse all the time.
actually, there's been some actual issues brought up on that.
All I have to do is open the window. I hear that all the time.
And then with the accent, that makes it really good.
You're some 4th grade kid. You bloody wanker, get over here.
Dan, to
I should
the
start
Roy, you're
streaming.
the one with the accent.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm about that. I should just start streaming that, shouldn't I?
Probably
Just
would get
open the
more.
window. Just, yeah.
See, actually, that's what Tab should do. Just open the window and have everyone listening to Follow the Girls around, because BP just drools all the time whenever he hears a female Irish accent. So he'd watch that.
Actually, there is a live stream of a street corner in Everett, Washington. It's one of the most watched, and I don't know why people watch it, but they do. And it's just watching homeless people and drug addicts.
Now, watching drug addicts is actually pretty fun.
I'll be right back.
I watched it for like 10 minutes once, and the cops pulled up, and everybody just scattered. Somebody turned the lights on, and then the cops pulled away, and then you just see them all slowly start to come back, and I'm like,
Cockroaches.
that was oddly entertaining.
I don't know. One day I was sitting downtown and I watched a guy talk to a trash can for 3.5 minutes.
Okay, the question I've got to ask is, was he asking the trash can for money? Or to buy him food?
No, he was hugging it. It was weird. See, I have mental issues myself, so I try not to laugh too much at other people like that. But that dude was higher than a kite.
I remember one day I went fishing and I snapped for whatever reason, and I started yelling at the wind because it kept blowing my line into the weeds.
I'm not supposed to do that trick. Let's see. Fuel on board. Left 9.1. Right 9.1. Center 41.1.
For me, left 8.8, 8.8, 40.8.
3,000 pounds.
Total 58.3.
58.3? Okay.
Yep.
59.2, so. Point.
And temperature of 48
So-
degrees. That's my fuel temperature, 48 degrees.
Yeah, so it's fine. So, 900 pounds difference between him being there and me being here and what we used on takeoff.
Yep. Also slight variations in how hard we pushed the engines while climbing and
Wow, is it down to 981 bars? Or right. 1009 bars. 29.81
inches of mercury.
Yeah, that's what it's.
1009, 29.81.
That'll keep us at the correct altitude so that then they don't come and yell at us.
Gross weight is 715,218. That's why I'm not keeping up with you guys.
Why is that?
Because my aircraft is 718,000 pounds. Gross weight.
Well, flush the toilet a couple of times and it should lighten it up some.
I was just thinking about kicking all the passengers off the plane. Sounds more fun.
Why was I thinking exactly the same thing? Close open the door and it. We need to lose some weight. All those over 300 pounds must get off the plane now.
Okay, I'm out. $48,037.2 gallons.
179.8 miles to KABIN, which then I have 2 more waypoints than my TOD, and then 3 more waypoints to the airport.
Yeah, this one is CHVO, or intersection.
Right.
No. CHVOR are the next 2 long legs. After that, they're all 20, 40, 9 and 32. Oh.
But going to IFR, they'll start stair stepping us down at a certain point, won't they?
Yeah.
What's their way to seeing land? At KABIN, we'll see land again.
No, we won't.
Yes, we will. Well, we'll be right off the coast. And we'll also be going through an active segment now. They expanded the active segment. New Zealand, severe turbulence. At flight level 120, moving northeast, 20 knots.
Pip, what is your issue? I have one drawer on the desk next to that I've been using for like the notebooks and stuff, and I leave it open. Set the joystick there, and it'll stay up. She's decided to start crawling in. That's her new favorite place to hide.
My sister had a cat once. Its favorite place to hide was the dryer. Until one day it jumped in the dryer while she was putting clothes in, didn't know it. She shut the dryer door and turned it on. Cat never got back in there again.
cat's lucky and made it out as long as your sister heard.
Well, she turned it on and she heard like a bunch of thumping. She was like, I didn't put any shoes in there. What the hell's going on? She opened it up and the cat comes shooting out and walking all funny.
Little dizzy, little concussion.
Hey, it never got back into the dryer again.
Yeah. Well, we gave the kitten its first bath, and we were worried that it would just flip and freak out. And actually, she did pretty good. And then once she was actually soaking wet, soaped, rinsed off, we're trying to get some of the excess water. I literally was able to hold her in one hand and like squeeze the water off. She just sat there. I'm like, this has been the nicest cat bath I've dealt with in years. It's the one that we had to put down a couple months ago. She weighed just a hair bigger than this cat, and it was like trying to bathe a freaking mountain panther. She turned into freaking super cat. Deadly claws and deadly teeth. I was holding on to her with freaking like welding gloves.
All I know is where I used to work, they used to rarely, on rare occasion, they would bathe cats. And this one chick come walking out after giving a cat a bath, looked like she stuck her hands in a wood chipper.
Oh yeah.
I was
Terrible.
like, nope, never again.
Well, we don't bathe them often. It's just like, you know, flea treatment type baths. Just to get rid of the fleas. And it's just not often that we have to do that, but it's like, you want or need to. It's like, God, do I really have to?
Well, I mean, if you can figure out some way to Velcro them to the wall to where they can't escape, just pressure wash them. That should blow the fleas and loose fur and everything right off of them.
Yeah. If I'm going to do that, I might as well just let them run outside and not come back anyways. Take them outside and chain them to the car so that I can pressure wash them.
Or just drive right through the car wash.
Well, that's a good idea.
Get your kitty waxed.
He said kitty, not... Boy, where did you go?
I'm back behind you guys.
He's like, I don't know these people, I'm just flying.
Look, this...
Oh, I'm a horrible, horrible person.
Yeah, Roy, how'd you fall so far behind again?
So I dropped off on the speed, so you could all catch up. Now I'm doing slowly catching up. Instead, through 542 nautical miles ground speed.
Yeah, and you're like zigging back and forth across the...
I am.
No, to our
Well,
line
no.
you are, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's because I went to your to 091, and then you also
286.
Yeah. So I was I figure I'll go back onto the GPS line instead.
Yeah. I mean, we'll all get to the same point, so...
Oh,
We should have plenty of fuel, shouldn't we?
Oh look, Zig is now playing Flight Sim.
Huh.
And that's like the second notification I've had in the last 30 minutes.
of course I won't be here for the full flight. I'll be going in a minute.
Oh, just one
Well-
more turn.
Yeah. You're almost there anyways now.
Yeah, we're halfway there.
Yeah, it's still 463 nautical miles to go. I know that's 51 minutes ETA, but
Well, hell, that means that we've already done 600. Because it was over 1,000 nautical miles.
yeah.
So, at this point, Roy, I mean, no, what we'll do is, seeing how I've done the intro, we'll start with, be nice and say, Roy, we would like to thank you for flying with us whenever you do stop. Make sure you guys do check out Cavalier Roy's channel. His link is in all of ours, YouTube and Twitch pages. Check out his videos on CYZV, Civilization 5 and Interstellar Rift. What else? He will be back on the channel with other stuff, either Civ, Grand Theft Auto, Flight, something. Check him out with farming at times. So he may have be recognized as that guy that made Newbie Farms.
Show with my dad might be the next one.
What?
Show with my dad.
Oh, Shower with my dad. No, we are not playing that game. I see that one and I am not accepting it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't know what it is until you put the code in.
If I have that, no, that's true. If I get that, Roy, that'll be the last game I do.
Well, if it's from Steam, it'll tell you what it is.
Before you
just
put the
the
code
CD?
in?
No,
Yeah.
not before.
No?
No.
Before? No.
Oh.
Once you activate it, it's
Pretty sure it does. It says you received a gift from.
No, it's the code when you redeem a code on Steam.
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's always been nice and done some of them because of the fact of Steam and where he's at in the variance in money and stuff, how they're doing stuff now. I'm not allowing you to buy gifts and send it to someone where it would be cheaper for them than, or cheaper for the purchaser than the person receiving it.
Steam realised they're losing money.
They weren't really technically losing money, they were losing
No.
possible money, and that's what irks people even more, I think.
And then-
I made $6 million, but if I had gotten them to pay this, I would have made $6.1 million.
But there's ways around that.
Getting
Alright.
cloud here.
In fact, in reality, Steam have lost out on more customers by doing that.
Yep. I will be right back.
Gotten cloud here. It's starting.
Yes,
to
it
look
has.
It's starting to look like England. Cloudy all the time, rainy, miserable.
Actually, it's been warm because
warm?
we've got the tail end of the hurricane.
Cleared all
So-
this stuff out and made it nice and warm.
Yeah, it's actually quite nice today. Does change. Probably be rain tomorrow, but we won't talk about that.
No, because actually I'm supposed to be getting rain tomorrow.
We
It
will
was
talk
like-
about
It was like 90 here today, and tomorrow it's going to be a high of like 63 when that big front of storms rolls through.
Nothing like a 30-degree high temperature change.
Right. But at least, you know, it's felt like summer here all last week, and it's like, when is fall gonna get here?
It'll quite literally be like tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and then it'll be winter time all of a sudden.
Yeah.
We'll miss out on like the fall.
When you're watching the weather, you just love it when it does something like that. It says the high for today was 90, and nighttime temperature is 75, and then the high for tomorrow is 75, and then the nighttime temperature is like 40. It's just a straight from 90 all the way down to 40 through the
Right.
whole next day, and it's like sometimes I think people just don't realize some of the weather patterns, some certain areas, you know, get lake effect off of that. No, just snow. We had a mountain ridge and a high pressure zone, and you then get rain on the other side so quick, and then all of a sudden it turns to snow. 4 feet of snow. Welcome to Alaska. Or Colorado, Montana. 2981. Down even more alright. No, it's still the same. 77 nautical miles to next turn. What are you going to do, Roy? Just go ahead and set that down on the water again?
No, because I won't be. The plane might go into the water, but I won't be there. I've got a parachute, it's all good.
You're just gonna leave it on autopilot and go to bed? See what happens.
I know what happens, I've done that.
Fell asleep in the chair.
Yeah. When I used to fly with all the guys back in 2010, 2011. Left my plane on final approach, and it was just flying around in the pattern above the airport.
I've lost outside sound on my plane.
We're up above it, but it looks like we got rain.
There we go. Accidentally hit the Q button. Alright.
What is it with everywhere we go, we end up either flying through rain or landing in rain?
We're not going to be late.
Everywhere.
We better not be.
Not quite everywhere. Like, mostly everywhere. So
How
there
come
you go.
this-
If you have like a dry spell and you want rain, just ask us to fly there. We'll bring the rain. Well, Zig will bring the rain.
I'm not sure. How long have we been flying, MoonDog?
On this trip?
Or total.
No, on this trip.
2 hours, 9 minutes we've been streaming.
I have flight time of 95 plus about 5 or 6 from before I remember to hit it, so we're about 100 minutes. About an hour and 40 minutes.
Hour and 40 minutes. Okay.
It has
We
to be
got-
longer than that, because it didn't take us 20 minutes to take off.
So we got an hour left.
Roughly.
Yeah.
42 minutes for the ETA. You're going, by the looks of it, a bit faster than me, so the ETA will be a bit lower. So about an hour, give or take, for your landing. And well, I'll be here for that because I'm going now, so goodbye plane. Have a nice journey down.
Yeah, how does it work? If you're cruising at a speed, no, because ground speed would be, what are we at, 506? Roughly 500?
Oh, we
Yeah.
got a plane heading back the other direction.
That's, yeah, we're
Or
about
Hobart.
45 minutes, maybe.
Hobart.
I think you're playing flight sim. Your internet causing you issues again.
Mine? I don't think so.
How's your stream health been?
What?
Your stream health.
It's been, actually, since the beginning, it's been green. I had some red at the beginning, but it's greened up now.
Yeah, mine's been.
Now I said
Good
that,
the
and
whole
now it's
time.
probably going to get all shitty again.
Mine's, even Twitch has been excellent for the last quite a while. But yeah, the worst was like when it dipped from 39 kilobits a second to 27. But even that, it's not been.
Yeah, I'm happy. I've only dropped 202 frames.
Check that.
That's 0.1%.
I'm about 3%, but
900, just under 1,000, so I'm at 0.4%. Not bad.
Have fun, and I'll speak to you all later.
All right, Roy.
All
Thanks
right,
for flying with us,
See you,
man.
Roy. Thanks
no
for stopping
problem.
in.
And see you to all everybody's streams.
Yep. But no, I'm actually kind of glad that we got Active Sky. I know we complain about it at times because we've been so used to the not so real weather of
Yeah.
FSX, but it adds something to the game.
I have absolutely no problems. I've been enjoying it. No problems taking off in the rain, landing in the rain, flying through the rain. I don't plane bopping around. It's real flight, and I'm cool with it 100%.
I'm just looking forward to the day that I can get a plane that Active Sky will actually have the radar in the plane itself.
The new one that I've got that I have not broken out on streams, it's going to be on video where I break that out on. It has that.
Which one did you get?
I don't want to tell everyone. I don't want to tell everyone. It's the Embraer.
The Embraer?
Yeah. Phenom 300.
I don't want to tell everybody, but I'll tell everybody.
Yeah, I know. But I haven't broken up the image of it. I actually did a couple videos, and I'm going to put that into the video. I'm not sure if I'm going to redo my intro, but I am going to start doing some videos where I'm doing not air hauler. What I'm going to do is sort of like real life flights that would originate out of Accra Canton Airport and fly executives from this area and fly them, you know, charter flights.
Have you been checking that stuff out on the FlightAware?
Not enough yet, but I have been, like, you know, I tried to do a video and my recording got messed up on, but
There's that FlightAware website. You can put in an airport ID, and it'll show you the flights going in and out of there and where they're going and what their flights they're flying. It's pretty cool. I'm just saying, if you want to like match
something.
particular ride or particular route or flight that they're doing out of Accra Canton, that's a great way to do it. Like that's how, like in Air Hauler, when I picked the airport in outside of Chicago to do the passenger flights too.
Yeah.
I looked at KSUS to see what they were flying out of there and where they were going, and that's how I picked that airport, was through that FlightAware. And I found that website from somebody else doing the exact same thing. They were doing it with Dash 8 flights.
Yeah, well, I was actually checking like world headquarter type businesses in my area, the Akron area and the Canton area. There are, where did I put that list? There's like 20 world headquarter type companies in Akron alone, and there was like 7 of them in the Northeast Ohio that are on the Fortune 500 list, and 2 of them are in Akron. So it's like I have plenty of businesses that I could sort of role play stuff out of that.
Right.
And that's what my first flight is going to be based on, and I don't want to give that away yet.
Have you flown that plane a bunch yet?
I haven't flown that one, but it's going to start off in the King Air and quickly progress where it's both of them. Because I've flown that plane and it's still a learning curve. There's a lot. It's really good, but there's still a lot to it. I'm getting better at getting it started with no problem. There is a checklist for everything. And
is that a Coronado one?
It's a Coronado one. There's actually
a
decent amount of documentation on it.
Yeah, because I know Coronado, that's been a fairly common complaint, is that the documentation isn't as complete as it should be.
It probably isn't yet, but what I have is like, you know, our PDF manual on this plane.
Yeah.
It's about the same. It has a lot of information in it, and then a lot of the other information you can get easily from online. And there's even stuff that I've not realized that the King Air can do that I've been learning. So, trying to add my flight time in those planes.
I was just really wondering if you'd run into any glitches yet.
Glitches? No.
No, like bugs or anything that you've noticed.
No big bugs. When I first loaded first plane when I was flying it, went to the outside view and only half the plane showed. And it wasn't like half the plane, it was like pieces here and there. Like,
So like not everything rendered in.
not everything rendered in. So when I went back to the inside view, it was fine. When I went back to the outside view, it wasn't good. But when I did plane again, it was fine. Same plane, just reloaded it. So
I've had that happen before.
yeah, it's flown weather-wise, no problem. It's mimicked it well. It's just the issue of learning how to program it and pay attention to the buttons, because it's done so well that it doesn't always have, like, when you press the autopilot on the King Air with the same system and it looks really close to the same, you can see the light next to the autopilot click on. Well, in that plane it doesn't have it. It has a little indicator way over here that you're not paying attention to, and it's like, I pushed it on, I pushed it again, I pushed it. How many times did I push it now? Is it on or is it off? Why am I going down? So it's learning the plane that way.
I can see New Zealand.
I can see New Zealand. Everyone got their passports out? Guess you don't really need them yet.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
I don't need no stinking passport.
Do you need a passport to go from Australia to New Zealand, or Tasmania to New Zealand?
Country to country, I would think still yet, yeah.
Or is it like how it used to be with the United States into Canada, where all you needed was an ID?
Even there, even that one's now a passport, so I'm pretty sure the world is wanting safety, so it probably is a passport of some kind.
But since we're in New Zealand, I want to pick up some of their lamb, because New Zealand lamb's the best.
Well, if you look around hard enough, they're probably still doing, you know, one of the Tolkien books somewhere, you know, a movie on one of them somewhere around here. Lord of the Rings, Hobbit. Is there another book out there that probably down here doing?
Peace out of me. I've never seen any of them or read any of the books.
Run, you fools.
You shall not pass.
Not one of my favorite movies and my favorite books. And one of my favorite books is The Da Vinci Code.
The what? Oh, yeah.
The Da Vinci Code?
Actually, wife likes it. Likes the movie, likes the actual book, and actually has done study on it. Goes, the book and the movie are nothing like what it should really be. But you know,
I've read the book twice, or 3 times. Watched the movie multiple times, and I also read the other book by Dan Brown, Angels and Demons.
if you actually taken an outside look and look down there, that's not ground that you can see down through the clouds. That's
No, those are mountains.
That's ground coming up through the clouds.
Yeah, those are mountains.
But
Did you know
snow
New
over
Zealand?
there-
Did you know New Zealand's quite mountainous?
Yes, I actually did know that. That's why I popped out so long. Got snow over there. It's not clouds.
Yep. Well, it's
Starting to get summer there.
yeah,
It's late spring.
early spring.
Wait a minute, early fall, early spring. Right.
Yep, they're what, 24 hours and and 6 months ahead of us.
No, they're 6 months different, not ahead.
Depends on how you look at it.
We'll give you that answer.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too. I had 2 hot dogs for dinner. That's all I had.
Mrs. Zig made Mongolian beef over rice. It was pretty good.
That sounds good.
It was really good, except it's not very filling. It doesn't stick to the ribs, if you will.
No, but if you make enough of it, you eat like four times what you should, it'll eventually kill you.
Unless you feel like you're going to throw up first.
Okay, so I just looked at the picture in Zig's chat from Roy. That definitely looks like a 747 convention.
And we have land again.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been overland for a bit.
Yeah, well, I'm behind you guys, so.
Yeah. I'm actually just now crossing the coast. Still gaining a slight bit on Reiko again.
Alright, I'm gonna have to let the dog out.
Oh, it'd be a good time.
Yep.
Yep, be right back.
Opposed
Snow-capped
to,
mountains over there.
opposed to, oh, I gotta land. I gotta let the dog out.
Luckily, we're way over. We're above the turbulence, so it's not affecting us.
Didn't they? Where did they do those last scenes of Star Wars? Was that down this way also, off of New Zealand, or was that Ireland and Scotland?
Which movie?
What is it? 7 in the Star Wars, the last one.
I have no idea. Never seen anything, any of the new Star Wars.
The Force Awakens?
Yeah, The Force Awakens. Yeah. Although
I
May
saw
the
the
Schwartz be with you.
I'm thinking that was Scotland because of the way that the island was in the stone paths and everything on that island. For some reason, I'm going to have to check. My son would actually know that and be upset with me for not knowing.
82 nautical miles.
82 CH?
Yep.
I just passed 88 now.
And then Stony, and then top of descent.
Okay, so you've got that on that one. Pull this up and this flight plan for here. Is estimated time until the end of that run, so 31 minutes for this leg, 6 minutes till turn on Stony, 7 minutes on the top on that next one, and then 2 minutes till top of descent. But that also depends on ATC bringing us down.
All right. Let's hope ATC realizes that where we're at, it's mountainous and doesn't fly us into a mountain.
They should. Now we're all sort of set for the landing on 34. What's to
Yeah, I
say
don't
that this doesn't flip us around just to be annoying? We're all
I
set
don't-
this way.
Can't imagine it would if the wind's still coming out of the same direction. But
Destination says.
select approach. ILS 34.
Wind 34 at 14 knots, so
Enter.
Are you guys programming in your approach?
I am. And are we doing vectors or are we doing actual waypoint?
because you're just setting up the GPS radar one that's in the game, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I do that one on vectors because it should be bringing us in IFR, and just the vector ones will help make sure I stay on course when I do that. That's what I do.
But GPS will follow the vectors.
Well, if you're following the IFR, they're not going to let you get close to vectors, close to it enough. It'll bring you in and then set you up on the approach will be the vectors. So yes, vectors works best for that.
Okay. I'm gonna trust you.
I personally don't like the vectors, but it may or may not work. Well, the vectors, then the ATC, you have to do what they tell you to do.
Right, until you get close enough till it says, until you heading this until you reach ILS, at that point you're almost on vectors anyways.
If you select a waypoint, it'll just put you
won't
right
ever
on
get-
approach.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm just selecting a waypoint. I don't trust the vectors.
I don't see any of the waypoints on the chart, though. The chart doesn't really...
I went with WN. It takes you out over the water and then gives you a big loop back onto the runway.
Let's see. Or 217 nautical miles out at 3,200 feet. We may want to start to think about mining ATC that, come down a little bit.
It's not... Have we hit top of descent yet?
No,
No, but
we have one. We'll hit this waypoint in TOD. Looks like sun's starting to go down.
I got a lot more waypoints than that to my TOD.
I have got. I'm heading for CH now. Then I'll turn onto Stony, and then halfway between Stony and KI is my TOD.
Mine's after KI.
Well, it also depends on what you put your descent at. Your descent speed, your descent altitude.
What's yours?
Descent speed is 250 at 1,500 feet per minute.
Oh, okay.
I think I did mine at
That would make sense then.
1,800 for descent, and then speed was 20. So depending on what you put that on, but then on top of it, we're following IFR, and they're going to go drop down and maintain.
Right.
So at this point, it's all reference.
Have you guys noticed that the lighting in the cockpit looks different? Sun's going down.
Well, sun's behind us. I when we took off, time should have been about 2:20 or 12:20.
12:20.
Yeah, or once we actually got, that's when we jumped into it. So once we took off at 10 o'clock, it should have been 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, it's now saying 3:09 for me.
Yeah, so. If you reset it to that, that probably is correct. And I'm not sure where time zone is.
Where did it tell you that it's 3:09?
If you look down below your vertical speed indicator, there's a clock. It's actually saying 5:30 p.m. when I hover over it.
Okay, that's what mine says.
Okay, mine says 4:57, but when I hover over it, it says 4:47. So,
See, MoonDog's always got to be different.
well, I reset time to the correct time.
2977.
Ready to fly over a lake or? No, wait a minute. That is sort of a break point. This is sort of a bay, and then we land there.
So we'll make a hard turn here in a minute. Let's see. Think.
I'm redoing the follow from 10 days ago. I know that it didn't pop up on the screen, so I want to make sure I give this guy a proper due. I thank BP for following me on Twitch, which I don't know why he hadn't been beforehand, but probably just a slight oversight. He's hosted me, but he's not, you know, actually following me.
And those of you on MoonDog's channel should see my contrails turning, which I think looks really cool.
You're just far enough ahead. We don't really see the contrails.
You know?
Yeah, I'm looking at actually the X gauge. Got it up there, and it's like I hadn't noticed before that it sometimes has the like the airport Christchurch down there on the, representing that on the X gauge map.
Yeah.
Making a turn.
It's such a sharp turn, though. You don't even end up. It's turn wider than the actual turn itself is.
Yeah, I can see that from you. Nice down there.
Yeah. I've never, obviously I've never been to New Zealand myself, but I heard it's a really nice country.
really great from up here, 32,000 feet. If I was in a different plane, I'd just drop down there and take a look.
He'd pull a MoonDog.
Yeah.
Let's go down here and take a look and see what it looks like.
I'm thinking if you did that in this plane, you'd have a whole lot of military aircraft coming to meet you.
Okay, I had gotten to 7 nautical miles behind you.
Yeah.
That turn is so that you're now 10 nautical miles ahead of me.
That's because that turn slowed you down a little bit, and I was coming out of the turn, so I was speeding back up.
Yeah.
See, I can see stars starting to appear. About 10.5 nautical miles from Stony.
From where?
Stony.
One more time.
Stony. S-T-O-N-E-Y. Jackass.
I'm 18 nautical miles from being Stony.
Just wait till we play Civ 5. Watch what happens.
Oh, here it comes.
I'm about ready to break into my after stream meal.
Jeez.
I just had my mid-flight snack, courtesy of Mrs. Zig.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go warm up the rigatoni.
I had
You
some
realize
leftover.
we're landing pretty damn quick, right?
I said after flight. I'm like tempted to. I'm not gonna do it. You know, it's one of those. It's like it's tempting, sitting there.
I had leftover chicken pot pie.
I have actually 2 regular roast beefs sitting from Arby's. I need to finish too.
They got the meat.
I cannot wait for Arby's to come out with to finally come out with their venison burgers. I think that's supposed to be what, the 22nd?
I don't know.
If you want venison, just ask. I'll go out and just grab one by the freaking ear, bring it down to you where I'm working at. There was a herd, and I do mean a herd. There was like 5 bucks, all of them 4-point or bigger, like 4 or 5 does and a couple of kids with them too. You know, there was 12 or 13 here.
I'm thinking if you tried to grab one of them by the ear, you'd get your butt kicked.
I grabbed it after I hit it with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
You don't understand, they're that close to the freaking backyard, and I actually opened the car door because I was sitting in the truck eating. After going to get lunch, came back and saw him. I opened the door, slammed the door. It looked up and said, "Heh." I opened the door and slammed it again. It didn't even look up the second time. So I'm like, to be honest, I could probably walk out there and go, "Listen here, dear, you're in the wrong place."
230.
drop to 20.
Doing it now.
Watch your barometer change.
Yep. Slowing down to 250.
Did it tell you to slow down?
Never does.
Oh.
Just tells you altitude.
Yeah, it's up to you to manage your own speed.
And since I know above 10,000 I can go as fast as I want, but 250 slows me down enough to where I drop at a decent rate without covering too much ground. And blowing and
Blowing
screwing up my
turns.
TOD.
Yeah. Missing turns. This would be the portion of New Zealand where Top Gear did their nothing's faster than a rental car episode,
If you say so.
where they raced the Kiwi yacht against the rental car, and it was like a Toyota Camry or something.
Sure.
New Zealand Center, Boeing, Mike Oscar, Oscar, November, Delta, Oscar, Golf, windy at flight level 325. Boeing, Mike Oscar, Oscar, November, Delta, Oscar, Golf, New Zealand Center, Roger. Boeing, Delta, Oscar, Golf, descend and maintain flight level 190. Descend and maintain flight level 190. Boeing, Delta, Oscar, Golf.
It just got dark enough for my panel lights to kick on.
Would they automatically kick on?
Your seats.
No, you turn them on, and then when it gets dark
Oh.
enough, everything kicks on.
Let's take your seats. We are now descending.
Zig seems to have a frog nut somewhere on his plane.
Barking spiders. Guys, we would have to make it, so we're gonna have to land in the dark.
I didn't choose the route. I didn't choose the time.
Because it isn't hard enough. MoonDog.
Well, I was lucky enough to land this plane at night with heavy air traffic and in the rain in Hawaii. That was one time.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Five. Expect vectors ILS approach 3-4 approach.
Yeah, somehow I got off on my IFR ATC, trying to regain missions on this. Climb to 27. Why am I climbing back up to 27? Expect runway 34. Alright.
I see flashing airport lights in front of me. That's not us, is it?
Nope.
Okay, good. Because I'm way too high.
Whoa. Descend and maintain 11,000.
Oh, shit.
11,000 and heading 345.
Zero.
Zero 10.
I've got a Boeing within 4 nautical miles.
That's probably me.
Yeah. 21. Because I didn't do that, it wanted me actually to go back up to 27. As I start to go up to 27, it goes up, nope, drop down to 13. Make up my freaking
So are you doing you're not are you doing vectors, MoonDog?
I haven't done anything on that. I'm just gonna let them bring me in.
It told me to change to heading 015.
Yeah.
I'm doing what they're telling me to do. So I'm on a heading of 010. Heading down to 11,000.
I'm back.
Hello. You're back just in time for the crash. I mean, the landing.
Had to go help my mother.
And expect vectors ILS runway 34 approach.
Yep.
Wonder if I shouldn't just load that up as vectors. I think that's what screwed me the last time.
040.
they wanted me to expedite it.
All right, guys. I'll catch up with you later.
Okay, Dan.
All right, Dan.
See you,
Have a
Dan.
good night.
Yep.
I'm gonna do a save right here, just in case.
075.
Roughly
feel like
4
I'm-
nautical miles, so that's a good distance.
I feel like I'm way above you guys.
I'm at 18.5.
I'm at 15.
Boeing Delta Oscar Golf. Turn right heading 040.
Going through to 11.
Yeah, I am way above you guys. I need to drop some speed in a hurry, or drop some altitude.
Delta Oscar Golf. Turn right heading 010.
Turn right heading a 040.
Please repeat transmission for Boeing Delta Oscar Golf. Boeing Delta Oscar
Hi, Dylan. We are heading into was it into Wellington in New Zealand.
Turn right heading 075. Boeing Delta Oscar Golf.
Hey, Peter, thanks for stopping in and watching.
Yeah. We're actually on our we're actually working on our approach right now.
Passing 16 on 13.
All right.
Hit your descent rate, Draco.
Hold on.
Okay.
And 2600. 2600. And heading 015. I'm sorry. What was that?
Descent rate, FS.
Well, I was at 25. I'm now gonna start descending at about 18.
Turn left heading 015. Descend and maintain 2,600. Cleared ILS. Runway 34. Approach. Maintain 2,600 until established on the localizer. Contact Wellington Tower on 120.0.
2991.
New Zealand Center. Didn't copy that. Please repeat for Boeing Delta Oscar Golf. Boeing Delta Oscar Golf. You are 34 miles south. Turn left heading 015. Descend and maintain 2,600. Cleared ILS. Runway 34. Approach. Maintain 2,600.
All right.
Established on the localizer. Contact
I
Wellington
need.
Tower on 120.0. Turn left heading 015. Descend and maintain 2,600. Cleared ILS.
No.
Runway 34. Approach. Maintain 2,600 until established. Tower on 120.0. Boeing Delta Oscar Golf.
All right. I'm actually picking up the glide slope now a little bit.
I've got all that. Pink. LS.
One click of flaps.
got way too much altitude.
Wellington Tower, Bombardier, altitude, X-ray Bravo, November, at runway 34, ready for takeoff, IFR at 446. Bombardier, altitude, X-ray Bravo, November, clear for takeoff, runway 34.
One second. The airport's way the hell over there.
Yeah. We actually ILS catch it. And sure you're on
Well,
nav, not GPS.
well, the airport is at my 2 o'clock. I'm flying away from it.
Should be at like or 11 o'clock.
Oh, you know what? I'm coming in at 341, and I'm right now heading at 015, so it's gonna have me loop around. Okay, never mind. I got it. I just don't trust how high those mountains are.
I'm not even online. It's not even. Is it gonna loop me around?
Yeah, it's gonna loop you around. It's gonna take you off the nav line.
Alright. I'm way off the nav line. Did you ever load an approach?
No.
Yeah. My vertical speed did that thing again where it wasn't climbing, it wasn't descending quickly either. Probably way too high right now.
Well, I'm descending at 1500,
Sync rate.
Well, I'm
I'm
still
at-
at 16,000
Sync
feet.
rate.
and I'm at
Sync
3800 feet.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
Sync brake. Sync brake.
Sync rate.
Yeah, it doesn't
Sync
like
rate.
descending at 3,500 feet.
Sync rate.
You think?
Well, I'm at 12 and trying to get down. Supposed to be at 26 already.
Yep. It's got me going off to the northeast of the airport.
It's gonna yell at me, but I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna do right turn loop here and catch it. Draco should be turning left right about now.
Waiting for them to
Sync
tell me.
rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
Or is it going to swing us in and bring us in from the north to the south?
Yeah, because we gotta land on runway 34.
Yeah, which is headed more north, not south.
Because it said I was cleared and just to go straight in, but I'm already passing it. It's on my left-hand side,
Yeah, me too.
and I'm headed north-ish.
Yeah, I'm on a heading of 015.
I'm on 020, so
Yeah, I see. This is why I don't trust the ATC and Flight Sim to guide me to the airport, because if I'm supposed to be landing at 340, I should be landing from the ocean to the land, not from the land across the bay into the airport.
Should have turned left there.
So what I'm going to do,
I did my right hand loop. One that killed the
Procedure.
altitude.
select approach, enter, 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 enter. And that. Switch back to that. And that. And I'm gonna have it bring me in my way. Yeah, I would do a GPS approach because they're just sending you off God knows where. It's like, oh, you're close enough. Figure it out the rest of the way.
Well, I even loaded a stupid.
Orbit 5941, contact Wellington departure on 119.3. 119.3 for orbit 5941. Wellington Tower, Pacifica 32.1 miles.
Just gonna follow a big loop around and line up with the runway with like that. 'Cause
Pacifica 3219er.
I said the ATC had us going in a completely different direction, then goes, oh, proceed straight in. Straight into where?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think when you're supposed to do that, you need to turn the heading of course, but
Well, the thing is, I was on the last course that they gave me.
right.
They never said, you know, turn straight in, turn to this
straight,
heading
yeah.
and proceed straight in. That would make sense.
I don't think this ILS is the correct.
I don't know, that's what everything's given us.
Oh, there's mountains. That's awesome. Fucking awesome. Yep. Yep.
Hey, I should
Yeah.
have turned right there.
Yep. I'm done.
How did you hit a mountain?
Pacifica 3219er, cleared to land.
Okay.
Runway 3,
Yep.
cleared to land.
Okay, I gotta ask, how did that happen?
3219.
Well, what do you mean? I was
Right.
at 2600 where it told me to go, and then
Runway 3,
was looping around and hit a mountain.
21 on final.
That was my first clue. Something was up when they told me 2600, and I'm looking and I'm seeing the airport flying past me, and I'm seeing mountains above me. I'm like, if I turn to get on to go towards this airport now, I'm gonna smack right into the side of a mountain.
Cleared to land. Runway 3, orbit. Boeing Delta Oscar Golf, go route. Cleared to land. Runway 3, form. Boeing Delta Oscar Golf.
2500.
Looping around.
Boeing Delta Oscar Golf. Contact Wellington approach on 119.3. 119.3 for Boeing Delta Oscar Golf.
180. 40.
How do you pause the game? What is it?
P.
Wellington approach. Boeing Mike Oscar Oscar November Delta Oscar Golf. Dismissed approach at Wellington. Boeing Delta Oscar Golf. You are 3 miles east. Turn right heading 135. Climb and maintain 3000. Expect vectors ILS. Runway 34. Approach.
Oh, just another crash.
135. Climb and maintain 3000. Expect vectors ILS. Runway 34. Approach. Boeing Delta Oscar Golf. Wellington approach. Beach 7 Kilo November Foxtrot Victor is at 3,900. Descending 2,600. Boeing Delta Oscar Golf. Climb and maintain 4,300.
See, that's the other thing I'm not a big fan of with this plane, and I don't know if it's with all planes, but when you have the auto speed set, when it makes a turn, it just guns the throttle. So then all of a sudden you're turning, you know, if you have your flaps already set at a certain level, now all of a sudden you're way over speed.
Turn left heading 110. Turn left heading 110. Boeing Delta Oscar Golf. Each November Foxtrot Victor. Turn left heading 070. Turn left heading 070. Each November Foxtrot Victor.
Alright, let's again. Because I thought I was sort of headed towards it, and then it didn't drop altitude right. It didn't follow it in. My vertical speed got stuck above where it needed to be, so it sent me on a missed approach and headed back out into
Boeing Delta Oscar Golf. Turn right heading 135.
Okay, so I'm heading 342.
Boeing Delta Oscar Golf.
Are you headed toward? I'm headed in the other top.
Well, according to what I'm seeing, I should be heading at like almost 350. And when do I hit the approach?
Should be catching it 6 and 10 mile.
Each November Foxtrot Victor. You are 2 miles south. Turn left and heading 010. Descend and maintain 2,600. Cleared ILS. Runway 34. Approach. Maintain 2,600 until established on the localizer. Contact Wellington Tower on 120.0. Turn left heading 010.
How far
Descend
beneath
and
your
maintain 2,600. Cleared ILS. Runway 34. Approach. Maintain 2,600 until established. Tower on 120.0. Each November Foxtrot.
Which one of you is coming in first?
I'm trying to, but can't get the damn engines to slow down.
Don't forget your auto throttle.
Oh, I turned everything off, including autopilot, the whole damn thing. I disengaged everything because it had me going.
Yeah, but if you don't turn off the auto, make sure you turn off the auto switch also. Get that going.
Shit, you gotta nail this just right. Otherwise, you're going right off the edge. You know what? I think I'm done with this plane.
Wait, did you crash?
Yeah, because
Yeah, it's okay.
it's a nice plane for free, but the autopilot does not line up with anything. Alright, so I will leave you. Well, it's FSX, so I'd say South America, and then loop around. I'll be right back.
South America.
Are you on your final, MoonDog?
No, they have still going back out for the approach. I tried to turn in and I'm about ready.
Wellington approach, Boeing Delta Oscar Golf, cancel IFR at this time. Boeing Delta Oscar Golf, understand cancel IFR, please confirm. Boeing Delta Oscar Golf, turn
It's almost like the waypoints don't line up with the airport.
orbit 1957, turn left heading 070, turn right heading 135, Boeing Delta Oscar Golf. Turn left heading 070, orbit 1957. Boeing Delta Oscar Golf, contact New Zealand Center at 119.2. Point 119.2, Boeing Delta
2500.
Boeing Delta Oscar Golf, did you hear my last transmission? Fly straight in, runway 34. Boeing Delta Oscar Golf.
Oops.
Beach, November, Foxtrot, Victor.
2500.
Yeah, I know.
Tower, World Travel 3,
Only, it's only
ready to go, runway 3.
3 miles out. Or you
World Travel
out
3,
to-
Niner 3, short, runway 3.
Then again,
Traffic is
logically,
reaching air on the
probably
runway.
is
Beach,
out
November,
quite a bit.
Foxtrot, Victor, contact ground on 118.8. World Travel 3, Niner 3, clear for takeoff, runway 3, clear for takeoff, runway 3, World Travel 3, Niner 3, 118.8, November, Foxtrot, Victor. Wellington Tower, Bombardier, Zulu, Kilo, Bravo, Sierra, Foxtrot, SK, 1 miles south, inbound ILS, runway 3, approach. Bombardier, Zulu, Kilo, Bravo, Sierra, Foxtrot,
How did
Wellington
that get-
Tower, make straight in, runway 3,
It's always
your
on
plane,
when you're
it's always
flying, right?
make straight in, runway 3, Bombardier, Bravo, Sierra, Foxtrot. Wellington Tower, orbit 1957 is 11 miles south, inbound ILS, runway 3, approach, orbit 1957, Wellington Tower, make straight in, runway 3, altimeter 2991. Make straight in, runway 3, orbit 1957. Wellington Airport information, Charlie 063. World Travel 3, Niner 3, contact Wellington departure on 119.3. Going at 119.3, World Travel 3, Niner 3, 4. Orbit 1957, cleared to land, runway 3.
Hurry up and land, MoonDog. I'm hungry. I need a snack.
Cleared to land, runway 3.
I know, right?
Orbit 1957.
I'm tired. I'm ready for bed. Oh, he's banking left. Oh, no, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Left on localizer.
Yeah, he's banking left. The airport's to his right.
Yeah, because I'm finishing bank onto approach line. I'm thinking right here. Okay. Yes, everyone's on me. I took off last though. Could have been last though. Lights are all lining up in the right spot. Crossing final mountain. Well, we've definitely lined up, so no matter what point we'll build the autopilot and then ice slope is coming down, so we can catch it.
Orbit 1957, exit runway when able.
Yeah, orbit 9157. Except I can
Well, you should see me in a heap off to your right when you land. Because that's where I ended up after I bounced off the cliff.
bounced off the cliff.
Yep. Oh, it's water, cliff, and the start of the runway.
So don't go short. That's what Draco did. He was short.
And then
Don't
runway,
go long either.
then runway, cliff, water.
Okay. A nice approach.
And he's gonna go Roboto.
Don't tell me I'm going Roboto.
You've
Over
been
for a second.
Roboto.
Yes. I'm passing this bombardier. It's trying to come in at the same time. He's going to have to veer off. See ya.
1,000.
1,000. What's that for?
500. 400.
The longest approach ever.
Oh shit. I'm that pile of flashing lights to your right
300.
there.
Oh, okay.
200.
Let's connect.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
You gave me clearance to land, and then now you're saying I don't have clearance? Too bad.
FSX ATC, what do you expect? They'll send you into a mountain or yell at you for landing.
Going around, Bombardier, Bravo, Sierra, Foxtrot. Boeing, Delta, Oscar, Golf, you are not cleared to land. Clear the runway. Bombardier,
Okay.
Bravo, Sierra, Foxtrot, contact Wellington.
Yes,
Road
clear.
On 119.3. 119.3 for Bombardier, Bravo, Sierra, Foxtrot. Boeing, Delta, Oscar, Golf, ATC services terminated.
Nice
Yeah.
job, MoonDog.
Yep.
I want to put this in play just for the last little bit. And as I do that, yes. I want to thank everyone for stopping in and watching us. Want to thank Zig and Draco flying, Roy for flying with us until he had to go. Stop and check out the rest of the guys with the monkey show. Their links are down below. We fly every Saturday and Tuesday, so we will be flying next Tuesday, most likely all of us, if not some of us. We may even land with clearance, so check our stuff out. Everything is on YouTube, is there. Have a nice night, and anything else, guys.
See you later.
See ya.
See ya.